Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's the 10th of April 2021 and it's Saturday. So we just got up to the allotment now. Well, I say we got about an hour ago. We came up at 9 o'clock, got all the birds fed and watered and got all those sorted out, checked the birds over. So first of all, we better explain the black eye. Mrs. C's been giving me a bit of a dig in the eye, keep me in line. No, basically what it was, I had something in my eye, and my eye was a little bit bloodshot, and then it became itchy, and I was rubbing my eye, and whatever it was must have got dislodged down into the bottom here, and burst some blood vessels underneath. It was much worse than this on Thursday and Friday. It's actually healing up now, but I'll see if I can dig a photograph out. I think I've got a photograph on the other phone of when it first happened, but the entire eye under here was black. So that's the explanation for the black eye. Mrs. C hasn't been giving me a dig, not yet. Right, so we're up here today. We've been coming up after work through the week to medicate the milky cock, and a bit of an update on him is he's still here. He's eating and drinking okay, and he appears to be a little bit better. But I think there's been a combination of things, and I think he's actually tried to fly out into the aviary, and he's banged his wing on he's caught his wing on the letters he's been flying out, and he seems to have knocked his wing, and hence he can't fly very well. But he can still get up onto his box, and he's still sitting the eggs. So fingers crossed, I think he's actually going to make it. We increased the medication on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, so I'll give him another half a tablet today, and then we're going to leave him because I think he's actually on the mend now, but I'm not 100% certain, but I'll keep you posted on that one, guys. So we had a quick look in the stock loft whilst we were feeding him, and those youngsters are coming on really nice now, and I will still be keeping that pair of youngsters irrespective of whether the milky survives or not, because I need to keep a pair back for myself. It's as simple as that. So there's probably going to be nothing off the milkies this year at all, even if the cock survives. I need to keep some back, and that's a lesson learned. It's a beautiful sunny day out there. I've killed some of my tomatoes. Those little tomato plants that I potted on, they were doing so well. I forgot I put them into bottom water last week, and I'd left them sitting in the water, and I've drowned a few of them. So I think there's maybe 2 or 3 going to survive, which is all I need. And I've just got myself some Crimson Crush F1s that seems to be all the rage around around YouTube. I've never tried them before. Rather expensive. They're about nearly £5 for 10 seeds. But I'm going to just put 2 or 3 of those in the bigger pots, start them right off, and see if we can get those to come. So I've had 2 or 3 of the Alicantes. None of the money makers have came up yet. I'm not sure what the heck went on with them, and they were expensive as well. They haven't came up either, and I've been keeping them watered and looked after and warm. They just haven't, none of them have emerged. We still got no peppers whatsoever. However, the aubergines are still doing okay. So today, what am I aiming to do? If I've got the strength and the energy, I need to get into the greenhouse now that I've just built, and I need to start digging out that mound, but I need to use the soil that's in there, and instead of just levelling it out, I need to bring it out and take it up to where we put the pallet base down ready for the shed, because between that shed and the chicken shed there's a bit of a slope which I need to level out, and so I need to fill it up at this end with that surplus soil to try and get roughly a level, and then maybe get a couple of flags on top of there, because I've got to get some rain barrels set up between those 2 sheds, and I already have a drain pipe coming off the back of the chicken shed, and I'll put another one off the back of this other shed that's going up, and we'll have 2 feeds into the water barrels, so that we can get those water barrels done. Now I'm going to cut the tops off them, and they need a good washout because they've had iodine in. They were used on a farm for coating the cow's teats, after milking or before milking, I'm not sure which. So they've had iodine in, so we'll give them a bit of a pressure wash out as well before we set them all up. Now, not all this is not going to happen today. I'm going to do what I can. The grass is 10 foot long outside and that needs cutting again, needs its first cut. And I've been putting it off and putting it off, but then again, it doesn't really be in the weather to give it its first cut. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I just don't know. I don't have a great deal of energy, so I'm just going to pot it today and see what I can and can't get done. But that's my intentions. Right, babbled on already for long enough. Going to have me cup of coffee for a change. We always start the day with a cup of coffee, and then we'll see what we can get done, guys. I'll catch you later. Right, just a quick update in the stock loft, guys. As you can see, there's our milky cock looking decidedly better than he was. He is still eating and drinking, and he's still sitting the eggs, but he's unable to fly properly. He was in the aviary this morning, so he can still get into the aviary, but he can also fly up into his box. So we'll take you in and we'll let you have a little look at these youngsters. So here's the first two, guys. These are the little ice birds. And as you can see, one is decidedly lighter than the other one. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. There's more ice in this one than the other. However, they're still going to be carrying the ice genes, and pairing these together will intensify and increase that ice. They're looking rather well. I'm just looking now, I think this one is going to be barred, but it's hard to tell yet, they're still a bit young. And there's the parents, just sitting patiently. We'll put them another nest pan in this side as well, because they won't be too long before she's wanting to go down again. And then here we have our Andalusian hen, sitting on a second round, and the little Andalusian youngster, sitting outside the box. Going to be a nice youngster, that one. Then we have the two blacks off the black hen, which is F1 for toy stencil, frill stencil, sorry. And this is her sister, this Andalusian hen, she's F1 for frill stencil also. And we know this because we've had frill stencils, toy stencils, out of these two birds. These appear to be just blacks at the moment, but again, unless they get bars, it's hard to say or check. But they do just appear to be blacks at the moment. But coming along very nice. But of course, they are F2 now for frill stencil. Moving down to the next nest, we have our Allotment. As you can see, growing really well, really fine. So they're coming on really well. So just to let you know as well, guys, that all of these youngsters off the first round are now spoken for. A little check got selected through the week, so that check and the blue white flight off the opal white bar cock were the last two to go, and they're also going to go now. Now I might let these two F2 for toy and frill stencil go. If anybody's interested in them, let me know. Purely and simply because I need to keep my numbers down, and they're back on the next nest now. I'm keeping the Andalusian, but I'll possibly let these two go. And they won't be that expensive. They are carrying the genes, and if it's a cock and hen and they're paired together, they will produce a percentage of frill or toy stencil. Our Czech hen, that's the mother of the Allotment, is back down on her first egg. Here we have the milkies, and as you can see, the milky cock is actually on the eggs, and the hen has came off now. So he appears to be improving. He's not 100% yet. He'll get another tablet today. And then we've got our blacks sitting their eggs, and I just hope they're full and that he managed to fill them in spite of being ill. And then in the top nest we have a nice barless blue, our first barless of the year, and again we're going to have to keep some of these back because I only have the one pair of these left. Lesson learned, guys. And then in here, moving round, we have the white bark cock and the indigo hen, and that youngster there is a nice blue white flight. That is also spoken for. And then moving down, we have this nice light brown check and a brown spread, slightly pied. Nice colour, that one. It's come out really nice. They're spoken for. Yeah, as I said, they're all spoken for now, guys. Excuse me. I'm looking at this one here, which appears to be a recessive red. However, I'm still not certain, because it's now getting the purpling on the face, and it's getting a bit of a purpling on the rump. So it looks like it could be an indigo check as opposed to a. In fact, it is an indigo check. It's not. This is the first indigo check I've had out of them. I've had some weird and wonderful colours out of this pair, but that's the first indigo check we've had. And just like its mother, that one. Moving up to the almond in the top box. This one now has also been selected, this youngster. And this is another brown white flight, tick-eyed spread. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, and she's back on 2 eggs again. I thought she would be, because the youngster was sitting right over the far side of the nest. And the highlight of the breeding season, guys, look at this. Here we have a full frill stencil youngster. What a beauty. As you can see, full frill stencil check. Oh, toy stencil. Can't see any spotting in the tail yet, but that doesn't usually come along until later. But absolutely delighted with that. Come on, lass. Come on, lass. And she's back on 2 more eggs. So I can't wait for the second round on them, guys. Right, the birds are getting a little bit spooked. Come on, son. Come on, lad. There we go. So I'm going to go out and leave them to rest in peace. That's just a little bit of an update in here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. I'll see you later. Right, guys, one of these days I'll come over here and I'll end up wound free. I just caught my hand on the fence as I was going through with a paving slag, and I'm going to have to get some plasters on. I'll see you later. Right, guys, I'm in the greenhouse. It's 1:15 in the afternoon and I am absolutely wiped out, and I've only done this. So all I've managed to do is dig that big mound out that was there. It wasn't that big, but it was big enough. Got it somewhere near level and took the biggest part of the mounds out to get it down to the level of the pallets. And into the barrow. Made myself a bit of a makeshift ramp out of the greenhouse. I'm not sure whether the wind will get you when you get out of here, guys, but... And then what we've done is we've done what we said we were going to do, but it's absolutely killed me. Just trying to do this. Cut my hands to ribbons, moving the flags. But we've got some flags in here now. That back barrel will be disposed of because it's been patched and patched and patched, and I'm sure it's actually leaking. And that's why we're catching no rain. These are the new barrels that we're going to be putting in. And I managed to somehow lift a flag into a wheelbarrow and bring them one at a time. And then lift them back out of the wheelbarrow and get them down here to get them flush. Somewhere near level. They're not perfect, guys, but what I've actually done is I've stepped it down as we come down as well, so the rain will actually fall from the barrel down, And then we've put a big substantial 8x3 piece of timber in here lying about. We cut it to length, braid these posts in, they're in at least 1 foot deep, and then we've put that there just as a bit of a retainer, because these will sink down, guys. But hopefully they'll sink level with the weight of the barrels on them. I'm just going to leave that edge. I'm not too bothered about it, as long as the barrels are central in the centre of the flags. Any weight, they should just sink level with a bit of luck. And this is just a bit of a retainer. It's surprising just how strong that is, so it should hold it back. That's another step closer, guys. It's going to give me 3 barrels down here. And then what I'm probably going to do round the back of here when we clear this lot away, probably not today. Now, round the back of here won't take much levelling. And maybe even just put a row of bricks in at this side and then lay the flags on. Or we might just finish that bit of soilage down in there and literally throw it on here just to give us a level, so the barrels will just sit level on that, and that'll give us a row of 6 or 7 barrels down here plus the 3 or 4 down there. That'll give us plenty of water over here, guys. I'm absolutely wiped out. My back is going absolutely mental now. I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee and then decide whether or not I'm going to do anything else or whether I'm going to call it a day today. Oh, one more thing. We got the bar on the greenhouse now. So at least now I can just open and close this at whim. So we can close it now. And there's the bar. And we made one of those so we can put a little lock on there if we need to. Turnips are doing okay. In fact, they're doing positively well. Same with the lettuce and the onions. But I think they are looking for a drink, so I'll give them a bit of a watering today. I'm going for a cup of coffee, guys. I'll catch you over in the shed. Right, guys, I'm in the shed, having a little bit of a rest and another cup of coffee. My back is going absolutely crazy. I was going to have this and call it a day. The reason it's as late as it is because I said I was going for a coffee earlier, and then those big bits of fence that I managed to salvage that someone had dumped on the path down there, I got fed up picking them up and moving them around while I was trying to do things. So in the end I got the pallet breaker out and I actually broke the fence up. I don't mean I smashed it up, I mean I broke it properly. And I've salvaged all the planks off it, and what's more, the 2 great big 16-foot lengths as well. And I've got them stored away out from under my feet now, and I don't have to keep on moving those again. So I thought I'll get that done because it'll be a relatively quick job, and it was half an hour. Get them moved once and for all, get them from under my feet. I'm not picking them up, moving them here, then moving them from there to there. And I was just moving them about and just playing catch up all the time with them. And it clears that area up a bit. I put a bit more plastic down up to where the shed's going to finish off. Put some weights on that and peg that down. Now, I was going to call it a day. And I just sat down with the coffee, taking a drink. And the phone went. And it was Tony. Now, we were supposed to be coming with that shed tomorrow. However, there's been a change of plan. He's come on with it now. Now, he can't stay to give me a hand with it, but he says I can literally just bring it up while I've got a trailer, and bring it up and drop it off for you, and that's all I can do. He says if you want a hand tomorrow, I'll come up tomorrow and give you a hand with it. So, one never to look a gift horse in the mouth. I've decided we're going to take the fence out over there, take a part of that other dividing fence out, so we can literally just bring it straight in and lay it down on that base, ready to go. Going to have this cup of coffee, and I'm going to make a start on that. I'll see you later, guys. Right, guys, it's now 5 o'clock. I'm up on top of these barrels, up on top of this barrel, and I've just been plastic coating the roof on the shed. It's up. Tony and Jay dropped it off, and I says, can you just hold 2 corners while I pin the 2 corners and then I can carry on with myself. And they ended up screwing it together and left me with it to strengthen it out. So I'm up here on top of the ladder. I'm going to get down and I'll show you around. Right guys, if I wasn't exhausted before, I am now. There we go. There's a 10 foot by 6 foot shed with double opening doors at that end. Now, it was one of them 50p blowaways off the internet, and as you can see, he didn't get this plastic coated, and you can see some of these boards have warped like hell. But we'll soon have this spick and span and something like a shed in a very shortly, guys. I'm very grateful for it, and it won't take long to put it right and strengthen it all with these 2x2 tunnelized timbers that we bought. So as you can see, we're going to need a step up onto here, but it's not a bad size overall, but you can see it has had some weathering. Now I'll probably plastic coat it as well once we've got it all strengthened up and tacked up and everything. But you can see it's made out of matchsticks, guys. Little tiny wee piece, it's less than an inch thick all round. But I suppose that's how they keep these things cheap and cheerful. And as you can see, it's really suffered in the weather. But once it's all strengthened up and plastic coated, it will last for many years. It is tunnelized featherboard, by the way. And the back has fared much better, and that side much better than the front with the gaps, as you can see. But once we get some strengtheners in here and get all them pinned again, and likewise down here and here, and all pinned again, all screwed in again, and then we get some, I mean, it's shielded predominantly from the weather with the chicken shed on that side, but we will cover it with plastic, guys. It'll just make it last many years more. And it is double door opening. These need strengthened up as well, but as you can see, it is double door, nice big wide door on it. But I'm absolutely exhausted. I don't think I'll be doing anything tomorrow, guys. I just needed to make sure I got the plastic on that roof, and I'm just hoping the seagulls don't come along and peck it. I'm tempted to put some of those bunting flags up or something like that before I finish for the day, just to stop them going on there and pecking holes in the plastic and undoing all the work again. I'll see you later, guys. Other thing I forgot to mention, guys, was this fence here that we had running down here. We've took that out now from down here, took 2 sections out, and we've just laid it up against here. I might screw one of those to the front of here. You keep the legs straight, stop them moving, and just finish the front of that off as well. We've still got that one to take out, but the wire netting has come off the top, and there's just a couple of lats, and of course we're salvaging all the lats that we're taking off. And the chicken wire that we cut off there, we've started putting it on the back side of this fence. I got so far down and stopped when the shed arrived. So yeah, we've got a temporary lock on there for now. We've got it plastic coated. I haven't got the ends trimmed or anything, but I really can't be bothered now. But a very productive day, but boy do I know about it now. See you later, guys. Right, guys, that's it. I am absolutely wiped out. I needed to get that plastic on just in case. I mean, we're not forecasting any rain, but I didn't want to get exposed to damp even, so we've got the plastic on now. At least now it's as waterproof as it can be for the time being. By the time I got all the tools put away, got over here, made a cup of coffee, sat down, I can't move. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back up and go home. I'm just frozen to the chair, basically. Yeah, those flagstones is what really set me back off again. Now, a lot of people think, well, they're only a couple of flagstones. Yeah, they're 2 inches thick in concrete. It's the old council paving flags, and they're 2 inches thick by 2 foot by 2 foot square. And when I was a lad, I could put 3 on my back and run up the road with them. Now I struggle to lift it to the height of the wheelbarrow and get 1 in. and I had to put one at a time in the wheelbarrow and fetch them from one end of the allotment up to the other end of the allotment, right to the place where I needed them, tip them out of the wheelbarrow and then wiggle them into place, basically. And that was a real struggle, but I got it done. I got it done. We really weren't planning on putting that shed up today. It just happened. But it's done. At least tomorrow now I can just come up here and do the pigeons. And if I feel like it, I can just go home and knock everything else on the head. I'm really, really, really tired. But tomorrow's another day and I might be all bright and shiny and new again tomorrow. We'll wait and see, guys. Right, for now, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical and keep yourselves out of harm's way. If it's your first time here, think about it and that subscribe button, then the little bell icon on the right. Select all and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe.